Following is a presentation of the RJL 518 Channel Network. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday to you here out there in Sportsland. Welcoming you here to Busch Stadium. The year is May 6th, 1968. Today, Inside Pitch presents the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And now here in the year 1968, I had to put together two titans of pitching. Steeler fan 1933 is first here to join me here at Busch Stadium. And two titans of pitching go together today. It's Tom Seaver versus Bob Gibson. Do I really need to say any more? Two of the best pitchers ever. As Philip Reynolds says, go Mets, I guess. Tom Seaver taking on Bob Gibson. Tom Seaver in 1968 had a 16-12 record, 2.20 ERA. Bob Gibson was 22-9 with a 1.12 ERA. And I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that is the best seasonal ERA in modern baseball history. I'll have to check me up on that. I really didn't look, but if somebody can check that for me, be fine. But a 1.12 ERA in today's baseball world would be absolutely filthy. So Bob Gibson was clearly the best pitcher in baseball that year. Tom Seaver was only entering into his second year, but had already become a household name in not just in New York, but in baseball in baseball land, as Tom Seaver had already become one of the top pitchers in baseball. Yeah, 1.12 ERA. Exactly, Steeler fan. Mind blown. That was the year of the pitcher in 1968, and that, of course, and I'll be honest, if you look at some of the home runs that were hit in 1968, there weren't that many of them. Dodger Stadium, for instance, only recorded 49 home runs in an entire year. So they figured that they had to lower the mound a bit. They had to lower the mound a little bit after 1968, and then all of a sudden there was a home run extravaganza in 1969. So there was, that's pretty much what they said. The pitcher is just totally dominated. Imagine, how many home runs were hit in 1968. Does anybody know how many home runs were hit last year in 2019? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I think close to 2,000 home runs were hit last year in 2019. Really, two totally different worlds of baseball. In 1968 and in 2019, you're talking 50 years later. I mean, really. And I think that, and you think that is the modern standard. I think it is too. When I received the 1968 season, I knew I had to do the Mets and Cardinals, and I wanted to do Tom Seaver versus Bob Gibson. I really want, as John West says, hello here at also Busch Stadium. So this is Inside Pitch, a game between Seaver and Gibson. When the 1969 season's already on the way to me, and I've already decided to do the Mets again in that year, but we're going to do the Black Cat game between the Mets and the Cubs in 1969. So we're going to do that game again. I already did that game in Payoff Pitch. Now I want to do that same game in Inside Pitch. So that's what the 69 game will be. I ordered 1970 today, and I'll have that in a few days. But today it's 1968. It's the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals here at Busch Stadium. A little inside pitch action, and we're getting ready to play here. And of course, I'll introduce the players as they come to the mound. So there's Bob Gibson pitching for the 1968 St. Louis Cardinals. 22-9, a 1.12 ERA, 268 strikeouts, allowed only 56 walks. If you take a close look at that card, what is it? If you look at that card, what is not on that card that you see? Take a close look at Bob Gibson's card. What do you not see on that card? It's very simple. There is not a single blank space. If you look at Tom Seaver's card, he's got blanks automatically put in there. Bob Gibson does not have a single blank. The only blank that he would get, is against certain batters, and if he's fatigued. There are no put blanks on that card. Except against every box has something in it. Unlike Tom Seaver's card, where there are blanks, which automatically go to the hitter's card. That's how filthy that card is. Let's play some baseball. Nice little relaxing early afternoon game here for Inside Pitch. Top of the first inning, leading off for the New York Mets will be shortstop Bud Harrelson. Let's play some inside pitch. I'm really beginning to fall in love with this game. 4-3 on Bob Gibson's card. Well, he starts off with a possible walk. But a 14 on Bud Harrelson. And if you notice, Busch Stadium is a -4 to walk. So pretty much what you really just do, I just need to add 8, just add 4. Just add 4 to this die if I want to for walk. So it's a 10, but -4 of Busch Stadium is a 6, and a 14 is way over that. So now we go to Harrelson's card. Harrelson a 1-2, and he actually wow, look at that. He actually starts off with a single to left. Bud Harrelson starts with a base hit to left field. How about that? Nice way to start for Harrelson. The batter will be second baseman Ken Boswell. The Cardinals originally won this game 2-1 in extra innings, 11 innings. Tom Seaver did go the whole way. Harrelson on at first. He's got a 2 attempt. Let's see if he does anything. 13, nope. So here's Boswell. Bob Gibson, 2-2 at the ballpark. 1-2, grounded to second base. Boswell's grounded double play rating is a 2. Nothing for Gibson. The infield's automatically halfway, so it's a 3. It's grounded to seconds, means the shortstop is the pivot man, which is Schofield. Schofield has no arm. So a 1-3, they get the double play. And they do. Boswell grounds out into the 4-6-3, 2 outs. And that will bring up left fielder Art Shamsky. Two outs already. Now we got the pitch from Gibson. 1-3 on Gibson's card, a possible strikeout, a 9. Art Shamsky is a 9, but a -1 at Busch Stadium makes it an 8. So he will not strike out. Shamsky will take a swing, 1-2, and it's a ground out to third. No runs for the Mets, but 1 hit. He faces the minimum batter. Rest in peace, Tom. Here's Tom Seaver for the 1968 New York Mets. 16 wins, 12 losses, 2.2 ERA, 205 strikeouts. He only walked 43 batters. He was susceptible to the home run. He did give up 15 home runs that year. And, of course, another tribute to Lou Brock. Left fielder Lou Brock leads off for the 68 Cardinals here in the bottom of the first inning. Seaver will pitch at 2-1. That's a possible walk, a 15. Not a chance for Brock there, even with a -4. So Brock gets a chance. 4-6, and that's a star line 5. That's a fly out to left. 1 out. Next batter, center fielder Curt Flood. Seaver, 5-4. Possible hit by pitch, a +2. And he's gonna smack him, +2 on him. And Curt Flood, 5 + 2 is 7-3, and Seaver plunks Flood. And that is an HBP. Flood will go to first. The batter will be right fielder Roger Maris. Flood's attempt rating's a 2. See if he's doing anything. Nope. So they will normally pitch to Maris. Infield is automatically half. 5-3 on Seaver's card. That's a blank. Roger Maris, 1-6, fly out to left. 2 men down. See if Flood does anything with 2 men out. Nope. And the batter will be first baseman Orlando Cepeda. Another Hall of Famer. 4-5 on Seaver's card. Another blank. Orlando Cepeda, 5-3, and against the right-hander, he grounds out to third, and that will end the inning. A hit by pitch, but no runs, no hits allowed. At the end of 1, we got no score here at Busch Stadium. As the Cardinals now play in Busch Stadium starting in this year. Sportsman's Park way behind. Top of the second inning. You ordered the 1920 Strat baseball set from Dave Sports Collectibles on eBay. Yeah, okay, that's good. Now, you'll like the 1920 season. That's a fun season. They all are. no matter what your favorite season is. I just like getting them all. Here is leading off right fielder Ron Swoboda. Gotta love those 60 baseball names. Bob Gibson with the pitch, 1-2, a strikeout against a strikeout possibility plus 10 against a right-handed batter. Swoboda is a 12, which only makes that a 22. Not a problem. Swoboda goes down on strikes, one man out. That is strikeout number 1 for Gibson. And that will bring up first baseman Ed Kranepool. 5-1, a hit by pitch on him, a 4. 16, nope. Bob Gibson has a 0 rating for that. 4-6 on Kranepool's card, and that is a fly out to right. 2 men down. And the batter will be catcher Jerry Grody. And you ordered 76 World Series from APA. Great World Series between the Reds and the Yankees. Great World Series. 2 awesome teams. Bob Gibson, 5-6, a possible wild, but that's fouled away. Strike 1. 4-5 on Gibson's card, a strikeout plus 10. Grody against the righty is a 20, a 19, a -1, 19, and Bob Gibson barely strikes out Jerry Grody. Barely gets him against a right-handed pitcher. And that is the second K for Gibson. And that retires a side, no runs, no hits, and no errors. You know, I think about baseball and all that. You know, I look at my Mets teams, and you look at all the teams that won championships. I try to find out what year the teams were actually born. In other words, you look at the 1969 New York Mets. What year was that team really born in? I think it was 1967 when they got Tom Seaver. I look at 1986, my favorite Mets team, my favorite baseball team of all, the 86 Mets. And people ask me what was the year that the 86 Mets were born. I think it was 1983 when they got Keith Hernandez. That's when the 86 Mets were born. In 1984, the Mets were much better. The 83 Mets were terrible, but the 83 Mets was the year the 86 Mets were born. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Tom Seaver will pitch to catcher Tim McCarver. He'll lead off for the Birds. Brian got me started on APA. I just don't feel the same about it as I do SOM. I'm not a fan of chart games. That's why I didn't want to go APA. Tom Seaver, possible walk. Tim McCarver, right-handed pitcher, is a 4. A 4 on the dice, but a -1 makes it a 3. So McCarver does not walk. Seaver does not walk Tim McCarver. So a 3-6 on his card is a fly out to right. 1 out. And that will bring up third baseman Mike Shannon for the Birds. Of course, Robert knows I have anything to do with it has Reds in it. I know that's for sure there, Phil. 5-4 on Seaver's card, a possible hit by pitch +2. +2 is a 4, 14, no hit by pitch. Shannon will swing. 4-2, and that's a grounder to short for the second out. Next batter, second baseman Julian Javier. Seaver, 5-3, and that is a blank. Goes to Javier's card. 4-5, and that is a single through the single past third base. And Javier goes to first on a base hit. Attempt rating a 2. The next batter for the Cardinals is shortstop Dick Schofield. We'll see if Javier wants to do anything. A 15, nope. So Seaver will wind and deal. 4-5 on Seaver's card. That is a blank. Goes to Schofield. Schofield, 5-4 on his card, and that is a pop out to short. And that will do it. No runs for the Cardinals, but they do get a hit. Still no score at the end of 2. Your 2017 Astros were born in 1875 when the garbage bin was invented. I like that, Matt. I really do. That's great. That's great. Well, my Mets didn't make the playoffs in this 2020 season. I don't know how to put this season. I really don't know how game developers are going to do a 2020 set of cards. I think some developers might actually utilize 2 sets of cards and might create a 2020 set of cards based on a 60 game season, and they may do a normalized 2020 season as if they did play 162 games. That would be very interesting to see how Inside Pitch, Payoff Pitch, Stratomatic, APA, how they do the 2020 season. It's going to be really interesting. Top of the 3rd inning, leading off for the 68 Mets is 3rd baseman Ed Charles. Bob Gibson, 6'6", a possible walk, a 4 against the right-handed batter is a 9, a -1 makes it an 8. He does walk Charles. Charles draws a base on balls. Bob Gibson's first walk. Ed Charles, and the next batter for the Mets will be center fielder Tommy Agee. See if Ed Charles does anything. He's got an attempt at 2. And a -1 on Gibson's card is a 1. So he needs a 1 or 3. Nope, nothing going on there. So Bob Gibson will pitch. 3-4 on Gibson's card is a strikeout possibility. Tommy Agee is a 15. -4 is an 11, a 12. He does not strike out Agee. So Agee will get a chance to swing. 1-2, and that is a single past the shortstop for a base hit. Ed Charles, is base running rating a 3 on an S6. I'm pretty sure he doesn't do anything, and no, he won't advance. So Ed Charles automatically holds at second on the single past shortstop. Runners at first and second, and the batter will be the pitcher, Tom Seaver. My 1969 Mets are doing just fine in the 69 replay. Yeah, but they had a heck of a pitching staff, the 69 Mets. That was a heck of a team. That was a heck of a team. You know, it was a great team. It really was. Not just because it was the year I was born, too. Runners at first and second. Seaver at bat. I'm pretty sure we're going to try the bunt. Although Seaver was a good hitter, so I think we're going to try a bunt. So, Tom, I'm going to automatically call a bunt. I'm not going to roll on a strategy roll. So, automatically call a bunt. Let's see what Gibson does. That is a 4-4, a possible home run check, which I believe is halved on a bunt attempt. I don't think he can hold. I don't think he can hit the home run on a bunt on that one. So I believe that's ignored. I believe that's ignored. I'll double check it, but I'm pretty sure that's ignored. Yeah, because you're attempting a bunt, so you're ignoring that, really. You're ignoring that. So it goes a chance with Tom Seaver to get a bunt, so let's see what he does. Laying down the bunt, 5-4. That should be a pretty good bunt, I believe. His bunt rating was a 2. 1 to 10, that is a good bunt, and that was bunted to first base. So the only play was the play to first base, so he does bunt the runners over. 1 out. And that goes as an SH3, sacrifice at 3. Runners advance, and the batter will be Ken Harrelson. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Cardinals are going to play the infield in. Ed Charles got decent speed at third base. 3-5 on Bob Gibson's card is a star line. That is a star line 5, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. So we know that Harrelson is definitely out. That's 2 outs. Harrelson's sacrifice fly rating is a 1. He rolls a 2. So now Ed Charles gets a chance to. So the sacrifice doesn't get an automatic sacrifice fly. So let's see what Charles does. A fly ball to left. Ed Charles's run rating is a 3. Brock's arm. He doesn't have an arm, so it's going to be a 3. So a 1 to 3, Charles will score. 4 to 5. Ed Charles will score on a 1 to 3, 4 to 5. He holds 6, maybe out. 4, and Charles has to hold, so we cannot get in. So that brings up 2 outs. And the batter is now Ken Boswell. Bob Gibson, infield playing normal now. 3-1 on Gibson's card, a strikeout, a possibility. -4, 6 -4. I'm sorry, no, -1 is a 5. But Ken does get underneath Boswell. He has a 6 against righties, and he strikes out Boswell. So no runs and a hit for the Mets as Bob Gibson gets out of the jam. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Bob Gibson. He'll hit away. Didn't hit badly, 170 in 1968. 1-4 on Seaver's card, a possible walk. A 9 on Gibson's card, a 10 -4 is 6. There is no walk because the 9 is higher than the walk rating. 6-4 on Gibson's card is a ground out to short. 1 man down. Top of the batting order, here's Brock, Tom Seaver, and Lou Brock. May they both rest in peace. 1-1 on Seaver's card's a blank. Brock will get a chance to hit. 6-1 on his card, ground out, right back to Seaver. 2 outs. And the batter will be Flood. As Sports Time Machine joins me here at Busch Stadium for some 1968 baseball action. Seaver's pitch, 6-2, a blank. Flood 2-3, and that is a fly out to left. And so far we are that's a 1-2-3 inning. So far after 3 innings, we're getting kind of the game we expected between Tom Seaver and Bob Gibson. No score at the end of 3. Kind of like what you expected between these 2 titans of pitching. As I said, Tom, take a look. Take a look at Bob Gibson's card. You don't find a single blank. Not a single blank on Bob Gibson's card for a 1.12 ERA. Not a single blank there, Mike. Not a single blank. Some on Seaver, of course, but for Big Gibson, not a single blank. The only blank he would get, it depends on the handedness of the batter and if he's fatigued. That's all. So far, we're getting the game I expected. Remember, the Cardinals did win this game 2-1 in extra innings. Both pitchers going the distance. Bob Gibson will pitch to Art Shamsky here, top of the 4th. 4-2 on Gibson's card, a strikeout possibility. Shamsky is a 9, -1 is 8, and he will strike him out. The year of the pitcher is strong in 1968. I'm really falling in love with inside pitch. Here's Ron Swoboda. Gibson, 2-3, range play. Our first range or error play. So let's see what happens. Swoboda gets a 4-6. That's a star line 3 to Bob Gibson. That's a ground ball to 3rd. So the ball is hit to Shannon. His range is a 2, and he's not going to make the play. He's not going to make the play, and that's going to be a base hit for Swoboda as he gets it past Shannon. Past the ground ball to 3rd. And we got to see if that's a single or a double. And it's a single. So Swoboda will hold it first. I believe that's the 3rd hit off of Gibson. And so Swoboda will hold it first base. And the batter will be Ed Kranepool. He has attempt of 1. -1 means a 0. But let's see if there's any pickoff play. A 7, nothing going on. Or 11, actually. So Gibson will pitch to Kranepool. 2-1 on Gibson's card is a strikeout +10. but it's a blank, however, against the left-handed batter. Kranepool's a lefty, so that's a blank. So Kranepool gets a swing. 3-4 on his card, and as a hit, possible hit to center field, it's a 9 against the right-handed batter, and that is going to be a base hit for that's going to be a base hit for Kranepool. That is a single to center. As he hits a 9 on a hit 8, and a 9 on the board is a single to center. Ron Swoboda's base running rating is a 3. So to get from first to third is a -1, so that would be a 2. And Flood's arm is a -1, so Ron Swoboda, in order to get to third base, he has to have a 1, 2 to 5. He holds 6. Someone's probably out. 3, and Swoboda has to hold at second base. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and the batter will be Jerry Grote. As John West says, pitcher's going out, playing it there. Exactly. He loves the low scores. Here's Grote, runners at first and second. 2-5 on Gibson's card. Range play at the ballpark. 3-1, and that is a rare play. Oh, okay. So we got a rare play check with men on base. So we re-roll. Let's see what we got here. 3-6. 3-6. Center fielder crashes into wall chasing a deep drive. Resolve as a D8 range play. Check for injury to center fielder after the play. So it crashes in the wall and a range play. So the center fielder is Curt Flood. His range is a 4. So a 1 to 4, he makes the play. Nope, he didn't. He does not make the play. So you check the injury to center fielder after the play. If center fielder makes the play, the right fielder fails to make the play. The right fielder picks up the ball with the hitter attempting an inside the park home run. Resolve an S+9 with the play at the plate. So it's going to be a double. It's a D8 range play. So it's a double. So that means Swoboda does score automatically. So he will score. We know Kranepool automatically goes to third. And we know Grote is at second. This is interesting. So let's see if we do this right here. If center fielder fails to make the play, the right fielder picks up the ball with the hitter attempting an inside the park homer. Resolve like an S+9 with the play at the plate. So we know that Grote, it's a double, so S+9. So Grote goes to third. As we know, Kranepool scores on that one. So it's an S+9 with the play at the plate. So we now see the right fielder picked up the ball. So Maris is the one that has the ball. He has no arm. So Jerry Grote, his base running rating is a 3. So with 1 to 3, Grote turns it into an inside the park home run. 4 to 5, he holds. 6, he's probably out. It's a 1. Jerry Grote gets an inside the park home run. How about that? An inside the park home run for Jerry Grote. And the Mets take a 3-0 lead in the fourth. He had a chance to make the range. He had a 1 to 4 chance he would have made the play. But a 5, he doesn't. So he didn't make the play, and the right fielder picked up the ball. The hitter attempted an inside the park home run, and he does score. So that is an inside the park home run for Jerry Grote, and the Mets take a 3-0 lead. I'm not going to check for injuries. This is a replay, so no injuries. I'm not going to check for injury. Curt Flood gets up off the ground, and he's fine, but he's pretty pissed he didn't get that ball. Still 1 out. The batter will be Ed Charles. Bob Gibson's pitch, 2-5. Another range play at the ballpark. 2-6, and that is a ground ball to first. And Orlando Cepeda's range is a 3. He will make that play. 2 outs. Cepeda will pick it up, and he'll throw to Bob Gibson covering the bag, and that is out number 2. And the batter is Tommy Agee. First big range play I've had like that. 1-3 on Gibson's card, a possible strikeout, -1 against a righty. That would be a 14 and an 8, and he does strike out Agee. And that is strikeout number 4 for Bob Gibson, and the inning is over. The Mets come up with 3 runs on 3 hits. One of them pretty much an inside-the-park home run. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Mets are leading the Cardinals 3-0. So now Tom Seaver has a nice 3-run cushion. Let's see if he can get a little payback for that awesome game that was played on May 6, 1968. Leading off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 4th will be Roger Maris. Maris 0 for 1. Seaver 1-1 blank. Maris 4-3 ground ball right back to Seaver. 1 out. And that will bring up Orlando Cepeda. (1-5) Seaver's card. Possible error on a throw. 3-1 is a ground ball, is against a right-hander. It's a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Charles. His error rating is a 10. A 6 is there, and Charles does commit an error on the throw. He does commit a throwing error. And now we roll a 1d6 to see if the range is, so the ball is hit the first. So Cranepool's range is a 3. Does he stop the ball from going in? Yes, he does. So it's a bad throw. It's a bad throw by Charles, but Cranepool is able to keep the ball from going any further. So Cepeda's just safe at first, and that is a E5. First error on the Mets. More runs for Mets, please. Cepeda on it first. Tim McCarver, the batter. See if Cepeda's going to do anything. Attempt rating a 2. 8. Nope. Seaver, 5-6. A possible walk against the left-handed batter. His walk rating is a 6. -4 is a 2. 15. No walk. So McCarver gets a chance to hit. 5-6. And he pops it out to second. 2 outs. Anything from Cepeda? Nope. And here's Mike Shannon. Seaver pitches. 4-2 on Seaver's card, the blank. Shannon, 5-1 as a ground out to second base. And the error does not hurt. No runs, no hits. There was an error at the end of 4. The Mets lead 3-0. On a great hit by Jerry Grody that Curt Flood just could not get to, and he turns it into an inside the park home run. Time to play in traffic. Go check this video out to see how it ends. You got it there, John. Thanks for joining us here at Busch Stadium. We'll see you again soon. Don't forget, baseball tonight, Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. Top of the 5th, Mets lead 3-0. Bob Gibson comes back on the mound. He will face Tom Terrific, who leads off. Gibson 3-4, strikeout possibility, and yes, Seaver goes down. Don't have to roll any. Don't even have to check that. Seaver is out of there, 1 down. Here's Bud Harrelson. And that's strikeout number 5 for Gibson. Harrelson Bob Gibson, 5-1 hit by pitch. A 2-13 no hit by pitch. Harrelson takes a swing. A 4-6, and that's a ground out to second base for the second out. And the batter is Ken Boswell. 1-4 on Gibson's card. Strikeout 6. -1 is a 5. A 6 on the die. No strikeouts. So Boswell avoids the strikeout. A 1-5 for Boswell is a single past the second baseman for a base hit. Two-out single, and the batter will be Shamsky. The Mets only got 3 in the original game. The Cardinals won the game 2-1. The Cardinals got 6 hits, and the Mets got 3. So right now, the Mets are getting a little payback for that game in this matchup. Ken Boswell's attempt rating is a 2, so he needs a 1 to try to steal. Nope, because Gibson's -1 on the hold rating. So let's see what Shamsky can do. Gibson pitches 1-2, strikeout, a blank against the lefty. For Shamsky, a 5-6, and that's a fly out to right. No runs for the Mets, but they do get a hit. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-0 New York, as the Mets looking for some payback for that loss. So far, Tom Seaver is out-dueling Bob Gibson. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Julian Javier. Seaver, 4-6, strikeout possibility. Against the right, it's a 7-17. Nope. Javier will take a swing. 2-3 on his card. Star line 6, a fly out to right. One man down. And the batter will be Dick Schofield. Seaver, 3-4, blank. Schofield, 4-5, fly out to center. The batter now is Gibson. Seaver, 4-2, blank. Gibson, 5-1, fly out to right. A 1-2-3 inning as Seaver sends all 3 balls out to the outfield. And nothing doing. Seaver right now through 5 innings is pitching a 1-hitter. Maybe the ghost of Tom Seaver is trying to outduel Bob Gibson for once. Top of the 6th coming up. Mets still leading 3-0. Ron Swoboda goes up against Bobby G. He singled his last time up. 2-4 on Gibson's card, a possible walk with a -4. And his walk rating against righties is 22, so it'll be an 18, but a 3. Yes, Swoboda does draw the walk. He'll be on base for the 2nd time today. And that is the 2nd walk issued by Bob. The batter will be Cranepool. See if there's any pickoff attempt. And there isn't. Since Swoboda, with an attempt rating of 1 and a -1 on Gibson's card for a hold rating is a 0. But there could always still be chances of hit. There could always still be chances of a hit and run and whatever. So Ed Cranepool, Bob Gibson, a 1-2 is a blank against the lefty. And Cranepool's a left-handed batter. 1-3 on Cranepool's card is a hit to left field, and against a right-handed batter, and against a right-handed batter, it was a 14 on the dice, and that's going to be a double to left field for Ed Cranepool. He gets a double. Swoboda's base running rating is a 3. So let's see from first to home, a double to left is a -1. So his base running rating is a 2. Brock has no arm extra, so it's a 1-2. So a 1-2, Swoboda, first to home, does he score? So Ron Swoboda, 1-2, he scores. 3-5, he holds at third. 6 maybe out. That's that's a 4-1, and I'm going to say he, even though jumped the tray, I'm going to say it's a 4. That's all that mattered, really. And Swoboda has to hold the third. He does not score. But it is a double by Ed Kranepool. Mets are getting hits. And the batter is Jerry Grody. And for the second time in this game, Jerry Grody's coming up with runners at second and third. And he hit an inside the park home run his last time up. And there's still nobody out in this game. Cardinals are going to call the infield in. Pitch from Gibson, 5-3. And that is a possible star line here. Against a right-handed batter, it'd be a 1-14, a 19. Nope, that's a blank. So Grody gets a chance to hit. 4-1 on his card is a fly out to center field. So he is out. Sacrifice fly rating is a 0. So we got to see if Ron Swoboda automatically can get home. So it's a 3. The ball is hit to right field. So Maris has no arm rating, so a 3. So a 1-3, Swoboda. So 1-3, Swoboda scores a sacrifice fly. 4-5 hold. 6, probably out. 6-6. Oh boy. 6-6. Let's see what happens. So 6-6. Lead runner advances. Ball caught off. Trailing runner is caught in a rundown. Consider lead runner to be trailing runner. Hitter can be trailing runner. So Grody is out, that's for sure. Consider lead runner to be trailing, so he's caught in a rundown. So we got to roll to see what the rundown is. So we roll one more time, 3, and if roll is greater than the base running rating, then runner out, no advance for others. Ron Swoboda's base running rating is a 3. It has to be greater than that, which it's not. If roll is less than or equal to, base runner out. So the throw goes to home, and Swoboda is out at the plate. If I read that correctly, he is out. If anybody knows any differently on that, how I just did that, please check. But I think I did that right, and the side is retired. As Swoboda tried to score, was thrown out at the plate, and that retires the side. So no runs for the Mets. There was a hit. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0. That'll bring up Seaver. He'll face the top of the batting order here, Lou Brock. (1-1), Seaver's card, blank. Lou Brock, 1-3, fly out to left. One man down. That will bring up Curt Flood, who's still clearing the cobwebs from his head from knocking into the wall. Seaver, 2-4, range play at the park. 1-3 at Busch Stadium, and that is another rare play. Rare play at the stadium. 3-4 with bases empty. Inside pitch possibly hits batter in the elbow. Resolved like a hit by pitch, and if the batter is hit, check for injury. Well, let's see if it's a hit by pitch. So his hit by pitch is a +2, plus with 5 makes it a 7. No hit by pitch. So we just go ahead and re-roll. So it goes as a blank. So Flood gets a chance. 1-2 on his card, and that's a ground out to third. And now the batter will be Maris. Maris 0 for 2. 4-6 on Seaver's card. Strikeout possibility. Nope. 14 higher than 7. Maris gets a chance at it. 3-6 grounded right back to Seaver. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Seaver. And he's pitched a game of one hit ball. And at the end of 6, the Mets lead 3-0. We go to the top of the 7th. Bob Gibson back on the mound. And he will be pitching to Ed Charles. Gibson not fatigued yet. He can pitch to 34 batters before worrying about being fatigued. Before he gets tired. Seaver can go to 31 batters before you have to worry about him. Bob Gibson will pitch to Charles. 1-4, possible strikeout, and that is going to be a strikeout. A 9 -1 is 8, but a 4. Charles goes down on strikes. And that is strikeout number 6 for Gibson. Here's Tommy Agee. 5-2 on Gibson's card. Possible error. Tommy Agee, 2-3. Fly ball to right field. The ball is a 5. That could be an error out there. The ball is hit to Maris, but his error rating is a 3, so he will make the play. If that was a 6, that would have been an error because it is an odd number on the dice. But that will just go as a fly ball to right field, 2 outs. He does not make the error. And now a chance for Tom Terrific, the franchise. 6-4 on Gibson's card. Strikeout, yeah, no doubt. 25, don't even have to worry about that. And that is the 7th strikeout for Gibson. And that goes as a 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. 7th inning stretch, but we'll go right to the bottom of the 7th with the Mets leading 3-0. The only big hit was an inside the park home run by Jerry Grody as a ball was hit to Curt Flood, who crashed into the wall and couldn't make the play. Just missed the range, too. So could easily still be 0-0. Orlando Cepeda will lead off for St. Louis in the bottom of the 7th. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. 4-5 on Seaver's card is a blank. Cepeda, 4-3, and that is a single to pass the third baseman for a base hit. And that is the first base hit allowed by Seaver since the 2nd inning. Cepeda will be on it first. Big base runner there. Next batter will be Tim McCarver. See if Cepeda does anything. Attempt rating a 2 +1. So actually a 3. A 3 he steals. A 2, yep, Cepeda's going to try to steal. Down 3. They are down 3 runs, but there's still 3 innings left. So they're still going to try to steal here. So Cepeda is going to try to steal the bag. So his stolen base rating is 11. Tom Seaver is a -2. Grody is a -1 as an arm. So a 1-8, Cepeda will steal second base. He does not. Jerry Grody gets up out of his stance, throws to second, and gets Cepeda out. 1 down. Cepeda is out of there. As he tries to steal, and he's out. So now McCarver will bat with the bases empty. Caught stealing. Tom Seaver, 1-6, strike blank against the lefty. McCarver, 4-6, and that's a star line 1, fly out to center. 2 outs. And that will bring up Mike Shannon. Seaver pitch, 3-2, blank. Shannon, 3-6. Single past the third baseman. That's a base hit for Shannon. He gets a 2-out single. Third hit given up by Seaver. Shannon will hold it first. And we'll bring up Julian Javier. Does Shannon attempt anything? Needs a 3. 10. Nope. Shannon not doing anything. So Javier will bat. Tom Seaver, 5-3. That's a blank. Javier, 1-5. Fly ball to left. And that ends the inning. No runs for the Cardinals. They did get 2 hits. They're still down 3-0 in this tight game. The only difference was really a failed range play by Curt Flood on a rare play. We go to the top of the 8th. Top of the batting order for the Mets. There's Bud Harrelson. Harrelson 1 for 3. Gibson 2-1. Switch hitter, so it's going to be a blank against the lefty, which he is batting left. So Harrelson gets a chance to swing. 3-1, pop out to second. Here's Kenny Boswell. Gibson 5-2, possible error. 2-2 for Boswell, a pop out to shortstop, and that is Schofield. His error rating is a 7. 17 on the dice. Schofield's going to make the play, and that is out number 2. The batter now is Shamsky. 2-4 on Gibson's card, a possible walk. Shamsky's walk rating is a 6, a -4 who has no chance. So Shamsky will take a swing. 4-6 on Shamsky's card is a fly ball to left. And a 1-2-3 inning for Bobby G. Bottom half of the 8th. And here's Tom Terrific. Rolling along. He's only given up 3 hits in this game. It will be Dick Schofield batting for the Cardinals. This is probably, and Bob Gibson may be taken out depending on what Schofield does here. Seaver 3-5, strikeout possibility of 1. That is a definite. And Seaver gets a strikeout. And that is, believe it or not, that is Seaver's first strikeout of the game. That is his first strikeout on Dick Schofield. Seaver gets his first strikeout in the 8th inning. 1 man out, and as much as I'd love to see Bob Gibson continue to pitch, you're down 3-0, and you got to play the game to win. So that's going to be it for Gibson, as he will come out. And the Cardinals will bring in a pinch hitter. And that's going to be left-hand Dal Maxville. Dal Maxville will come in and pinch hit. So 1 out here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Seaver's pitch, 3-1. Strikeout possibility. Maxville's an 8. -1 is a 7. 10 on the dice. No strikeout. Maxville gets a chance to hit. 4-3, and he flies it to right. Two men down, and that will bring up Lou Brock. For Seaver, 2-2 at the ballpark. 6-6 is a possible hit to left field. A 17 on the dice is going to be too high for a triple, so that's going to be just a fly ball to left. And that is another 1-2-3 inning for Seaver, guys. The Mets knock out Bob Gibson at the end of 8. They still lead 3-0. We go to the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Mets is going to be Ron Swoboda, and the Cardinals have to bring in a pitcher. And they're going to bring in Ron Willis, who will now pitch for the Birds. Ron Willis, 2-3, 3.39 ERA, and he will go up against Ron Swoboda. Top of the 9th inning, Tom Seaver working on a complete game. Willis's pitch, though, 5-5, blank. 1-4 on Swoboda's card is a fly ball. It would be a triple if it was a left-handed pitcher, but it's a right-handed pitcher. So for Swoboda, that is just a fly ball to right. That's 1 out. I love how inside pitch bakes in the lefty-righty splits into certain batters. Here's Cranepool. Cranepool having a good day. He's 2 for 3 today, a single and a double. 5-4 on Willis's card as a blank. 1-4 on Cranepool's card, ground out to second. 2 men down, and that will bring up Jerry Grody, who's got 3 RBIs today on an inside the park home run. Ron Willis pitches. That's a 5-4, another blank. Grody, 1-5, possible hit to left field. It's a 2, and that is against the right-hander. That's going to be a single. Grody continues to hit him today. That is his second hit. Grody goes to first. Up 3-0. The strategy rolls are no longer used. The batter will be Ed Charles. Can the Mets get anything off of Willis? 5-4, another blank. Rod Willis hitting nothing but blanks in this one. 6-1 to Charles. That's going to be a ground out to first, and that will end it. No runs for the Mets, but they do get a hit. Still 3-0 as we now go to the bottom of the 9th. Tom Seaver trying to get a complete game, a little payback for that loss against Gibson that day. He'll go up against Curt Flood here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tom Seaver. He can pitch to 3 batters before being tired. Seaver went the distance in that game, even in the loss. Bottom of the 9th, Mets leading 3-0. Pitch. 6-6 on Seaver's card is a blank. 6-5 on Flood's card is a ground ball to third base against a right-handed pitcher. And that is out number 1. It would have been a single if it was against the lefty. And now the batter is Roger Maris. 4-1 on Seaver's card. A possible walk to the lefty. Roger Maris's walk rating of 10, -4 is 6, 12, no walk. Maris gets a chance to swing, 6-1, ground out to short. Seaver 1 out away from a complete game. Next batter for the Cardinals is Orlando Cepeda. Seaver pitches 2-5, and that is a possible strikeout. Cepeda against the righty is a 9, -1 is an 8, a 12, no strikeout. Cepeda swings. 3-6. And he pops it up to second base. And getting under it is Boswell. Looks at it, makes the catch, and that is the ball game. Tom Seaver goes the distance in a 3-0 win for the Mets on this day on May 6th, 1968. And I'll give you a final line score here in a moment. Tom Seaver pitches a 3-hit shutout on the Cardinals here at Busch Stadium. The play of the game, of course, was a range play at the ballpark, which turned out to be a rare play with men on base, where Curt Flood crashed into the wall chasing a deep drive and was resolved as a double 8 range play, which he didn't make the play. And then it was then picked up by Roger Maris as Jerry Grody tried an inside the park home run, and Maris could not get him out at the plate. And Jerry Grody, because of that inside the park home run in the 4th, that was the only run scored in this game, and that gives the Mets a 3-0 victory here at Busch Stadium. And Tom Seaver gets a little bit of payback, only about, 32 years later, 52 years later. 3-hit shutout by Tom Seaver. I think we'll take it as my Mets get some payback here in a nice game of inside pitch. Nice, quiet game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I love the system. I really do. And it was a lot of fun. Not many base hits. I mean, there were 8 hits in this game. The total amount of hits in the actual game was 9. The Mets did make an error in that game as well on May 6, 1968. And the Mets make an error in this game. And actually, there were 3 runs, and there were 3 runs scored in that game because the Cardinals did win that game 2-1. But in this case, the Mets scored all 3 runs in this game. So if people wonder if inside pitch is pretty realistic, I'll say that's pretty close enough for Jazz. Not too bad. A lot of fun here, people. A nice win for the Mets here at Busch Stadium. My next game will be the Black Cat game. Again, we're going to stick with the Mets for one more year. We'll go to 1969, the Black Cat game, which will feature the Mets and the Cubs. And I believe that was the same matchup I did that was actually the first game I did, I believe, with Payoff Pitch, was that Black Cat game. I actually did both games of that series. I'm just going to do the actual game where the Black Cat showed up. I believe the Mets had Jerry Koosman on the mound in that game. So that'll be the 1969 matchup. So I hope you'll join me for Inside Pitch then, and we'll have some fun there. Don't forget tonight, Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. The White Sox lead the Yankees 1-0, 1-0. Huge game coming up for the Yankees tonight as we get back to Payoff Pitch. Philip Reynolds, John West, Sports Time Machine, Steeler Fan, 1933, SDG Replays. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching a little Inside Pitch action. A lot more coming up. And remember, we have an Inside Pitch and Payoff Pitch season selection show coming up after the end of both LCSs. Before we hit the World Series, we'll see what seasons we're going to do with Inside Pitch and with Payoff Pitch. Until then, this is Robert from RJL 518 signing off. Stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and stay safe. Hope all of you enjoyed it. We'll see you later tonight. Have a good night, everybody. Mets take the win here of the Cardinals, 3-0. Tom Seaver, complete game, 3-hit shutout.